Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shai, Wahar Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of great millstone. Only your brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is going to be a video going into I'm going in the spirit. This is the first scripture that I come up to, and pretty much I'm just gonna go in the spirit with it. So it says here, why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? And pretty much got it to where Esau, all right, he's got he imagines a vain thing and thinking he's gonna destroy the children of Israel, all right, from being a people within the earth. All right, pretty much these elites from all of these nations know who the children of Israel are, okay, which is the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and they also know that the Israelites were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So one of the plans that the so-called elite of Esau have is to take the Israelites, all right, and remove the name of Israel from the earth. All right, the book of Psalms 83:3 says they have taken crafty counsel, so they go through intricate councils, man. They put intricate plans together to take the name of Israel out of the earth. Right? They've taken crafty counsel against the people, and they consulted against the hidden ones. They have said, "Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." Okay, so that's one of the main vanities of Esau, the so-called white man. In that they imagine a world where the Israelites don't exist. And a beautiful example that comes to mind is these so-called futuristic movies. All right, every time you see these so-called futuristic movies, Elysium, all right, what else comes to mind? They had this TV program, Altered Carbon. What else? Snowpiercer. That's a movie. Pretty decent movie. And many other movies alike where they show you an image of the future, and pretty much the future, as far as they're concerned, the elite banking families doesn't involve you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. The future is a place where you don't exist in the future, man. All right, they pretty much their future, their so-called new world order, their so-called perfect earth is an earth where the Israelites, the real Israelites, the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans don't exist. All right, and that goes back to the Garden of Eden, man. The enmity between the serpent and the children of the woman, and the Most High pretty much put that friction between us and Esau, and we're living through that friction. All right, slavery, we lived through that friction. Or the only time that pretty much that friction was kind of on in the background, that was the 1,000 year period where the Most High put shackles on this man and put him out there in the Caucasus Mountains out there, and sealed that dragon, man, shut him away for a little while. Right, so continuing, this is, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? And the kings of the earth set themselves against the rulers and take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointeds. Right, and that's what they do. See, when you have a council, so-called councils that they have out there in Brussels, all right, the G8 or whatever. Whenever you ever heard a situation where those councils that they take to the embetterment of the earth, okay, to the uplifting of the scriptures, man. All of those councils that they have is vanity, man. It's evil. All right. They don't have a council out there or a meeting like this Brexit meeting. Okay, it's fulfilling prophecy, but this is a major meeting. All right. And look at what they're discussing. They ain't discussing uplifting the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord. All right. They ain't trying to going out there to eradicate, okay, the LGBT, which is against the scriptures. All right. They ain't trying to eradicate the what's it called, thievery, because every time you put your money in the bank or you get a check, okay, someone steals some money out of that, man. When you got debt and the debt's got a crazy interest on it, that's called that's unjust waste, man. All right. So you don't have meetings out here where people are going out to establish righteousness. More times people are looking to what? Maintain the evils. Okay, they're trying to maintain their so-called evil and wicked society, and much more so than that, they're trying to further that. Continuing, it says, let us break their bands as under and cast their cords from them. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. And that's what the Most High will do. See, this calls to remembrance the scripture here within the book of Proverbs, the first chapter. This is one of my favorite scriptures, 1 and 21. It says, wisdom crieth without in the chief places of concourse, in the openings of the gates in the city. She uttereth her voice, saying, how long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in scorning, and the fools hate knowledge. And that goes really for you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. See, the men of the Lord are out there pushing this word. And as far as you guys are concerned, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, you want to cut and relax, man. All right, turn you up my reproof, and I'll pour out my spirit unto you. Because I have stretched out my hand, because I have called, and you refuse, and I've stretched out my hand, and know my regarded. But ye have said, not all of my counsel. I will also laugh at your calamity, and I'll mock when your fear cometh. Now this is talking about our own people, how much more so our enemies. We're going to surely laugh at their calamity. All right, so see the men that you see out here as Great Millstone and this person and this camp and that person, the real people, the real men of the Lord, they're the mouthpiece of the Lord, not only for the instruction of the people, but also for when the Lord wants to have a good laugh, man. See, when we're laughing at particular situations, that's because the Most High has put it within our spirit to laugh at particular situations, man. Like I remember a video when a particular individual walked past the camp with the main camp, the Great Millstone main camp, and their face was melted, man. See, that's a great judgment, because we understand in the scriptures there's a thing called reincarnation. For the Most High to have a person's face melt like that, that's a judgment, man. So we laughed at that because why? Because that's the calamity of someone that's. We know through the spirit they would have had to have. They would have had to have. What do you call it? They would have had to have had interaction with the men of the Lord in a former lifetime, and this is the punishment for it. Okay, but see, now we're getting into a time where you ain't gonna even be thinking about reincarnation. A lot of these people that they're gonna be put to death because of why? Because they've been upholding the evils out here. And we're going to laugh. Just like how the scripture says that what? He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. And we the mouthpiece of the Most High, we're going to laugh too, man. We're going to have a real good laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in wrath and in his vex. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. And how's the Lord going to vex these people in his sore displeasure? Let me get the book of Isaiah, the 63rd chapter, another favorite scripture of mine, because people think that the Lord is this kind and giving individual, of which he is. But guess what the scripture says? The Most High doesn't like an unjust weight. So pretty much the Lord likes balance. So what's the perfect balance? Well, if the Lord is loving and giving unto the children of Israel, he's going to be taking and cruel to the heathen. All right? The book of Psalm, Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Eden with dyed garments from Bozrah? All right, that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speaketh righteousness, mighty to save, and pretty much that's Yahushai, because unto Yahushai was given to be the mediator to salvation. Continuing, it says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel? So the appearance of Yahushai was that of a person, a man, with a red garment, or rather more a garment that was stained, as if he was treading in the wine fat. Thy garments like him that treadeth the wine fat. I have trodden the wine fat alone, and of the people that was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I'll stain all of my raiment. And that's the judgment that's going to come upon the earth. All right, for the day of vengeance is in my heart. And what's that day talking about? The World War III, right? The appearing of Yahushai within the chariots. That's going to be a great judgment upon the earth. And I looked, and there was none to uphold me, and I wondered, and there was none. And I looked. So yeah. So the fourth verse. So for the day of vengeance is in my heart. So pretty much, man, that's the video. Just going and flowing in the spirit. Hopefully that was of edification. With that, I'm gonna say, oh, praise unto Yahbashim Yahshai Wahar Krakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of great millstone. Honestly, brothers, that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.